Testing, testing, one, two, testing, testing. What's going on, guys? Samuel World from Samuel One World Productions here, back with another top 10 list for you all today. And today on the series, I'm going to talk about, I think, the top 10 best movies of 2008. Definitely another very celebrated year in the 2000s, kind of like a lot of incredible movies and a lot of genre-defining movies, and it's going to be an interesting list, that's for sure. And a lot of movies also some of my favorites of all time, so I do hope you all enjoyed this list. Honestly, again, always my personal opinion, but let us know yours down below in the comment section. So, this is definitely one, this list I definitely was very excited to talk about. So, I hope you enjoy me talking about, I think, all the best movies to come out in 2008. Before we do get to the list, honestly, let's get into the honorable mentions. They're definitely all good movies, so that was fine. But anyway, the honorable mentions are Marley and Me, Rachel getting married, The House Bunny, yes, I like that, but I don't know the honorable mentions. Stay With Me, Dave, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Step Brothers, Minutemen, and the three honorable mentions that were probably the toughest to lead out the list: Madagascar to South Africa, Hellboy to the Golden Army, and I don't know if anyone's gonna lose this choice. Don't kill me, Wally. I know. I love Wally much that guy, honestly. Again, simple. There's just 10 movies I enjoyed more. But again, Wally's still a fantastic movie, so bear with me on that. But yeah, but actually, because I'm going to not actually make my actual best list. One is actually very known, but anyways, I still hope you all enjoy the list. And anyways, let's get to the list, shall we? Now, kicking out the list at number 10. At number 10 is Iron Man. Yes, the original Iron Man from 2008. The original film that pretty much like jump-started the MCU as we know it. And the MCU has definitely had a history in the last 15 years, that's for sure. Being probably one of the most influential studios out there, proof that you actually can do a universe of movies pretty well, actually. You know, it's not having the best most recent phase, but at least it's still doing well. Honestly, and it's sort of interesting to look back at the film that actually kickstarted this, honestly. And people didn't even know what Iron Man was, honestly, or ain't familiar with who Iron Man is, and he's pretty much now part of the character after this movie. And truly for good reason. As John Favreau did a fantastic job of directing this movie, making Iron Man feel like a very interesting and compelling character, and this was also a turn of Rob Downey Jr., who honestly gives probably his best performance he's ever given as the star of Tony Stark, who's still probably the best MCU character. I mean, he's probably the most defining MCU character, and truly for good reasons. He's pretty much just like an asshole and a dickhead, honestly, while he still ends up having enough aspects in later movies. He's at least a much more humble person and does go through a very compelling arc throughout the movie. Again, you get some solid action sequences, some surprisingly emotional depth moments. On Jeff Bridges, in my opinion, a pretty underrated villain, honestly. Some great humor, some great back and forth between all the characters, and some really great dramatic moments. Again, a film that wasn't trying to like set up so much, and just felt like it was a simple movie that had a great story, had compelling characters that you care about, and you really want to see them triumph. And we got that post-credit scene, which basically was the setup basically the Avengers. And again, The Original Iron Man, in my opinion, still is one of the best MCU movies, honestly. It's for good reason. Again, it started the whole universe, has a compelling narrative, fantastic writing, and also a great origin story for this character. And it's definitely interesting what the events come after like 15 years, but The Original Iron Man, I think, still pretty much works as a seed for what it does. There's some, honestly, I kind of debated why not to put it higher on the list, honestly, but again, there's just 9 movies I enjoyed more on some other levels, but there's no doubt the original Iron Man is still a fantastic superhero movie. It's still one of the best of the MCU. Now at number 9. At number 9, we have another pretty much already classic, and that is Pineapple Express, which is always good as being the best stoner comedy ever made, and truly for good reason. Truthfully for good goddamn reason, because that one's already comedy, like I mentioned last week, with Knocked Up Super Bad, is that it's already comic that actually is very consistent. Actually, not don't a lot of any jokes like land, even the ones that kind of go on for a bit don't really. They still hit again. No one who's writing is the performances and the characters that really do elevate it. I mean, Seth Rogen is always great. And you got people like Gary Cole, you got James Franco, Danny McBride, who all deliver as well. And yeah, already comedy that is very consistently funny, but also has a lot of heart and a lot of interesting characters that you do enjoy seeing them go through this interesting scenario. And that's really the best way to describe this movie. It's just a simple, hilarious horror comedy that's consistent throughout, and it's really the writing and the characters that do elevate it. That's generally all I can really say about this movie, but it definitely still is belonging on this list. Now, coming in at number 8, we have In Bruges, which is of course written by Martin McDonagh, who I believe this was his directorial debut, if I remember correctly, and I think the guy has proven his early movies to become a really talented director. Of course, he did the Second Psychopath, which is also an amazing movie. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which is another, probably one of the better Oscar movies to come out. And of course, there's also the Banshees of Inisherin from last year, which was on my best films of the year. Like, pretty much all his films are fantastic. He's definitely a very interesting director. He's known for his, like, black, dark humor, honestly, and I think it works, honestly, very well here. Like, I definitely debate which of his films I think are the best, but this one is definitely up, that's for sure. I'm not sure, okay. Delivers the humor the best. It has great performances from its cast, especially from Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson. But this is also appeared in Banshees of Inisherin, because I totally forgot they were good in this movie, but it also around fine. It's got a good cast, it's got a really interesting, compelling story in hand. It's actually very dramatic and emotional in some ways, especially how the film ends. Like, man, and some certain scenes just, yeah, there's a film that you need to say for yourself to believe, because it is definitely definitely an incredible experience. Well, I had the other two films on the previous list, so I might as well add the third one here at number 7, and that is High School Musical 3 Senior Year. A film that was so hyped and ended up actually being a theatrical released film. Which is probably why I don't ever consider it a Disney Channel original movie, because honestly, if it was that, I probably would put Senior Year on the top of the list, honestly. But Senior Year, I think, is definitely the best of the High School Musical films that we've gotten, and the best High School Musical thing that we've still experienced, honestly. Probably because it feels the most personal High School Musical movie and has the most stakes, has the characters go through the best arc throughout the movie. You also get the more great songs. Again, say what you will about High School Musical movies in terms of the story and the characters and the silliness, but they deliver the music. And you're like, past, like, Now or Never, Right Here, Right Now, Walk Away, Can I Have This Dance, High School Musical, like, you get a lot of incredible music in this soundtrack, and all of them are fucking bangers. I still listen to this very day, by the way. I honestly put a big grin on my face whenever I come back to it. So yeah. But again, it has the most personal stakes, the most heart of any of these movies, where a lot of the characters do end on a very satisfying note. And you get all the great humor still in this, but a lot of good emotion too. No. This is just a fantastic movie that definitely closed out this trilogy pretty well. Now we go to another top tier comedy at number 6. It was definitely the bigger one that's one of the parties on the list, honestly, but in the end I decided to go with Tropic Thunder. And Tropic Thunder is hilarious. This movie is fucking hilarious. One of the, well, definitely has some aspects that may not aged the best. It definitely is one of the examples of how to do a satirical comedy right. Because of that aspect on a lot. Some aspects on Hollywood, how those are treated, and it delivers. I mean, you got freaking great actors like Ben Stiller, and it's also directed by Ben Stiller. I'm talking about after that he directed the movie, honestly. Yeah, I told you he directed this movie, and he wrote it too. I'm not kidding about that. Then you also got great people like Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., and Jack Black's one of those people that he just steals every scene that he's in, and he does so here. Robert Downey Jr., Jay Baruchel, and pretty much everyone just delivers greatness. You also got Tom Cruise, one of the best moments in film history, comedic film history. So you know that. The film again is just consistently hilarious throughout. Now one joke does not land. Every joke freaking kills it. And I always have a big grin on my face throughout the entire runtime. It never drags, and even have some nice surprises as well. So yeah. So while there may be some aspects that may not age the best in terms of depiction on some people, but all in all, The film, you can tell that everyone was having a blast with this movie, and I definitely had a blast. At number 5, now we have the original Kung Fu Panda. This is one of the ones Bruce that feels a little more. And this isn't the original one of Bruce that I feel like definitely aged better with time, honestly. I feel that a lot of people are going to appreciate so much more, honestly. And this in my opinion, is one of the best DreamWorks movies. Again, it's one of those franchises I think also is could be a potential rival to Stranger. It's definitely one of the better DreamWorks franchises that we have gotten, and it's really good reason. Again, this is a film that honestly easily could have been just making like fat jokes of like, oh, a panda's doing kung fu and they're gonna make a lot of fat jokes. And well, yes, they do kind of do that, and they definitely do that in the later sequels, they definitely do that in the TV show. They actually went for a lot more of the heart than you would expect, honestly, but Po just wanting to be a hero, and he ends up being selected as a Dragon Warrior. He must work with Furious 5 to try to see what's in him and everything. It's one of those things where the story is very generic, but it's really the characters and the writing that elevates it. I think I mentioned those type of things a lot in these lists, but some of the, like I said, I don't mind when the story is generic or goes through stuff that you expect, but as long as the writing is great and the characters are great, I really don't care. I don't know if it gets like too painfully, is that what I always have a problem with, but this is definitely not the case with this one, because you do enjoy the characters. You do like Po is like a very likable protagonist that you just can't help but love him. The supporting cast is great, The Furious 5, Shifu, and Tai Lung is also probably one of the best DreamWorks films that we have gotten. He's like very friendly and has a very interesting past. And just the Kung Fu fight sequences in general are top notch. Like, they really analyze a lot about Kung Fu and all the fights they do here, and it is just phenomenal to watch. Like, holy shit, they animated so goddamn well. But there are great music, hilarious moments that aren't just fat jokes. Even the fat jokes we do get are still hilarious. And we got a perfect recipe for a great movie that I think is one of DreamWorks' best movies and one of their better franchises. And now we get to another animated number 4. I was going to talk about a Studio Ghibli movie here, so let's about it. And also, you probably expect a lot of spoilers, you expect a lot of the modern ones to actually make the other list, honestly. But yeah, at number 4, we have Ponyo. I don't know, I remember actually seeing a lot of commercials that when it came out, honestly, but I actually watched the whole thing. And yeah, spoiler, Ponyo is definitely one of my favorites, honestly. Like it's one of the most adorable movies you will ever watch. It's one of the movies that you just can't help but have a big smiling grin on your face whenever you watch it. It's just cute, adorable, and the characters are just adorable, and just can't help but love them so much. While having a nice compelling narrative, some nice humorous moments, but also some great themes, which is also another thing Studio is known for, is having excellent themes to its characters that like a Pixar appeal towards children and adults. Well, then, it's alright, another Ghibli masterpiece in my opinion. Like, I think it's best to watch for yourself. It's adorable, amazing, and just which makes it interesting because some nice choices, but honestly, considering what film came to, I'm pretty sure it's kind of expect my number 1, honestly, so I'm just tapping my number 3 and number 2 right here, honestly, as both of them are actually romantic comedies. Well, they're definitely very different. They are both just romantic comedies, and possibly some of the best ones I've ever seen, with my number 3 being definitely, maybe, and number 2 being Forgetting Sarah Marshall. They're two very wildly different movies, but they are still fantastic and different movies. Basically being like How I Met Your Mother, the movie, where basically it's Ryan Reynolds and Amica Breslin just chatting about certain things, and he wants to know like who's the mom and how they met. And basically he just tells a mystery about 3 different girls, and she has to guess like which one's their mom. Which I think is kind of a cute story, honestly. And also Ryan Gosling and Amica Breslin had great chemistry, and Ryan Reynolds had great chemistry with pretty much all the 3 women in this movie, honestly. And just reminds played by Elizabeth Banks, Rich Weinstein, and Asa Fisher, who, of course, always steals the show. Like, Asa Fisher is one of those actresses that I think, honestly, always steals everything that she's in and always delivers and everything that she's in, and she definitely does so here. You can help but have a big grin on my face whenever she's on screen. She has the best chemistry with Ryan Reynolds. So in the movie, again, the movie is just very sweet and wholesome. It has great humor, but very dramatic stuff. Like the mystery itself actually is compelling. And you think, again, you get some very just nice, adorable moments here, and just can't help but just Like, I watched it went back in 2017 to try to do this like romantic movie marathon where from February 1st to 14th I basically talk about a lot of romantic movies, and after 2 minutes I kind of wish I ended up doing that series, but you can blame time for that. But yeah. But definitely it's definitely a fantastic movie. I figure Sam Marshall is again another consistently good R-rated comedy. One I definitely always enjoyed. I also I filmed my review when I did that marathon 2017. And it is still hilarious, honestly. And Jason Segel being Jason Segel, like, someone who's always, aside from How I Met Your Mother, is always been underappreciated as an actor, especially a comedic actor. And he definitely does so here, honestly, with him trying to get his relationship with this girl, Sharon Marshall, and she really goes on a trip and ends up kind of being the same boat, which, again, makes it very similar to a lot of romantic comedies, but again, it's really the characters and the writing and the humor that really elevates it. The humor is top notch, the art is top notch, and Jason Segel is great. Has great chemistry with Mila Kunis throughout the movie. Russell Brand and Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd's just so charismatic in everything he's in. And both deliver on both the humor front, the romantic front, but also the heart and emotion that you need to deliver. So which is probably why these movies are so high on this list, because I don't know if it, because I know some people don't think why I put it over Ponyo, but yeah, these movies are that good, honestly. They're that heartfelt, and I couldn't help but smile and just enjoy myself throughout. So definitely bumps there. Like I said, definitely maybe number 3, and Against Them Marshall is number 2. And again, The Dark Knight. Like, I'm pretty sure for the movie list, I'm sure you guys know The Dark Knight was going to be number 1. Honestly, like, yeah, even when I knew that Dark Knight was going to top this list, honestly. Because honestly, is like Nolan's magnum opus. The movie is a movie that's pretty much influenced so much genres. It's influenced so much in comic book movies. Like, it's the first true comic movie that doesn't really feel like a comic book movie. And it's like, personally to me, those are the best ones. The best comic book movies are ones that don't really feel like comic book movies. They actually feel like their own thing. And again, what can I say has already been said? This movie is in praise to the high heavens, which is incredible cinematography, incredible sense out of Gotham, Christian Bale being great, Heath Ledger's Joker. What can I say? Honestly, like it's also in my top 10 films of all time. It's actually not my favorite comic book movie. Actually will go to Avengers Endgame. Maybe I should work on the video playing why Avengers Endgame is my favorite comic book movie of all time now, because that's definitely a bump. That's been enjoyed more and more, honestly. But yeah, The Dark Knight, phenomenal, amazing, incredible. What can I say? It's option number 1. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my top 10 best movies of 2008. Definitely let me know down below in the comment section what are your favorite movies this year. I love them down in the comment section. And to on the list, we're finally getting to 2010s, which is the one I'm definitely most excited to talk about the most. Again, hope you all have enjoyed this year so far. I certainly having a blast filming these for you guys. You guys always thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I am Sarah One World from Cinema Productions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.